real blue. Strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming the world.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They start on the ground with Elliott. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Play action. Now Wilson. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Robert Woods got to close out his 5-year tenure in Los Angeles as a Super Bowl champion. Remember, he began in the NFL with the Buffalo Bills. What a nice ending there out on the West Coast for a consistent receiver who was lost with injury 9 games into 2021. Now, on his next great adventure in Tennessee, where he can immediately form a nice duo with A.J. Brown. Good play from the man they call Bobby Trees.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Wilson. Open here, Adam Thielen. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. As this complete to Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll get it inside the 20. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Throwing Jones. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up the big one.
Jones throwing for it. And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Deeper. 14, run it.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the...
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Wilson. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Elliott, toss right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 21. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. They go play action with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Julian Blackmon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Jones. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Jones. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jameson Williams, 83 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm the defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Are you kidding me? Really?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, Jones. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, a run with ETN. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Looking to throw. Jones finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. He'll get it inside the 20, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That third down conversion good for 23.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get that underneath ETN. Touchdown! Travis Etienne. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we can continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
14.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jameson Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw and make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Wilson. Smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing Jones. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Gotta go, right now. Let's go.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster from 10 yards out. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got it.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Jones now off the play fake.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now Jones on first down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones taking a deep shot here for Hardman. They've got his man complete. Touchdown Indianapolis. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So the Colts again going for 2. Jones throwing for it. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To try again after the sack, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their own.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Jones throwing to start the drive. This is taken in by McBride. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
From the 24, Jones. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Titans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, Wilson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything